The next innovation will change the way we see and think about glazed windows. But first, we need to see it and we need to feel it for ourselves. These photographs were taken in Munich, Germany during my conference speech when I looked at the incredibly large windows in a different way in the middle of a bitterly cold winter. It became immediately clear that these windows were the main source of heating energy loss. This is a photograph I took during the peak of a very hot day in Dubai, just outside the hotel. You can really feel that such large windows, how impressive, are becoming major source of cooling energy loss. And here inside the hotel room, we see extremely large windows covered with basic curtains. As a result, the air conditioning units are running constantly, working without pause to maintain the internal temperature. And it is the same here as well. For the past 15 years, my research has centered around vacuum glazing, its design, construction, edge sealing, and thermal performance, and more. A quick search of my name Saim alongside vacuum will lead you to many of my published results. The logic has always been simple. Better windows mean reduced heat loss in cold climate or reduced cooling loss in hot climate. That means lower energy bills and a meaningful contribution to climate goals like sustainability and net zero. But in reality, applying that logic in real buildings, homes has proven incredibly difficult. From a scientific angle, the vacuum glazing industry continues to evolve, but progress is slow. Only a handful of manufacturers have achieved long-term reliability in edge sealing, which is my specialty, and even then, real world stress from transportation along with constant wind, moisture, and temperature cycles can lead to edge seal degradation. One problem solved often reveals another. In short, vacuum glazing is powerful, but it is expensive, fragile, and difficult to implement at scale. And local glass manufacturers and distributors still prefer you to use their double or triple glazed windows because this industry is standardized. What now I'm saying, you perhaps you need to keep your windows. You don't need to replace windows. Because replacing windows isn't just expensive and slow, it is often completely unrealistic unless the glass is broken and literally falling out. This is especially true in the United Kingdom, where around half of all homes remain poorly insulated, and where more than 500,000 listed buildings are legally protected under the Planning Listed Buildings and Conservation Areas Act 1990. These protections exist to preserve historical features, which means original single glazed windows cannot be replaced without listed building consent. And in many cases, this consent is refused. I've seen the first hand how landlords and homeowners abandon the idea of upgrading to energy efficient glazings, and especially more advanced options like vacuum glazing. Because once they are faced with installation costs 3 to 4 times higher than the product itself, long delays, and the disruption caused by scaffolding, even when you genuinely want to upgrade, it is often just expensive and time consuming. Now you don't need to replace the windows. A whole change of arguments and reasons. Vacuum insulation curtain is another innovation, is the world's first disruptive curtain with vacuum insulation. It delivers real energy savings without contractors, scaffolding, or structural changes, and is easy to transport and install as DIY. In other words, we are not here to disrupt the glass industry or replace your beautiful windows. Vacuum insulation curtain simply minimizes cooling loss in hot climates and heating loss in cold climates, making homes and buildings more comfortable and energy efficient. It is available in all dimensions, sizes, and shapes which are customizable to your requirements.